Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today's video is a tag response video that I received from Popcorn and Horror Ash for my favourite genre and why. And I thought I'd go through my top 10 as well that I've got in my collection. It was a bit of a difficult one for me because I like lots of different genres, so I couldn't pick one specific genre. I went in and I thought of a subgenre that I like because most of them are pretty feel good films. So I've decided to choose coming of age films. So these are the films. It's usually a teen, young teen to late teen. Basically finding their place in the world, finding themselves in some way. And usually something goes wrong. There's usually a girl involved. There's usually a lot of them are over summer. So yeah, I'll just go through my top 10. But before that, I will explain why. Like I say, most feel good. That you do get the odd feel good. The odd coming of age films that aren't feel good. But I think just looking at these, they're all pretty. Yeah, I'd say they're all pretty feel good. There are some sad moments in them, but they're all pretty feel good, which is one of the reasons I like them. And because obviously I've just left my teens and I'm now in my 20s, are still kind of close to them, and they just still give off. They bring like the child in you and make you remember memories when you were a teenager, that sort of thing. And I just really like it as a genre, as a subgenre, I suppose. So yeah, I'll just quickly go in and show my top 10 and explain what I like about each film. So number 10 for me would be Mystic Pizza. One that I just discovered because it had Julia Roberts in. I thought, why not? And it's about three friends who work in the local pizza restaurant. It's not really a restaurant. It's more like a pizza diner type thing. They work as waitresses, and it's sort of about their love life, them finding what they want to do with their lives, that sort of thing. And yeah, I really enjoy it. I think it's a really nice film. So that's number 10 on my list. Then we have The Kings of Summer, which is one that's relatively new to my collection. About three friends who decide to go into the woods and try and live by themselves, survive by themselves. They build a house and spend their summer in the woods, and their parents can't find them because they've gone completely off the rails. Their parents are trying to look for them. Yeah, really funny film. Some great characters in this. Just again, another really great feel good film that I can definitely recommend. Then I'll go for a comedy. We'll go for Superbad, which everybody likes comedies, probably knows and has seen Superbad. About two best friends who decide that I think is Seth Rogen, not Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is in it. Jonah Hill is what I meant to say. His character has a crush on Emma Stone's character, and there's a big party happening, and they want to show up to the party, but they can't do it without bringing booze along. So it's kind of their journey of how they get to the party and all the things that go wrong during the night. And yeah, very funny film. Another really good feel good film. And again, a definition of a coming of age film for me. Next up, we have The Way Way Back, which has got a great ensemble cast. You've got Steve Carell, Toni Collette, Sam Rockwell, Maya Rudolph. Who else is in it? Alison Janney. Yeah, I remember it being a really good, again, feel good film set over the summer. About a young boy who goes on a trip with his mum and his her boyfriend, played by Steve Carell. And that he basically spends the summer at the local water park and makes a friend in Sam Rockwell's character, who I think is like a lifeguard, from what I remember. And yeah, as I say, typical coming of age story. There's love. It's about family, friendship, all that sort of thing, and just a really great feel good film. Yeah. Next up, there is Licorice Pizza. Paul Thomas Anderson, about a young boy living in 70s San Fernando Valley. And it's about him growing up, falling in love, same sort of thing. Yeah, it's exactly the same sort of thing as a typical coming of age story. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters. I think Paul Thomas Anderson does his characters very well. All of his characters are very well written in his films, of the films I've seen of his. And I think that definitely benefits this film, and just how I think it will become a classic over time. It's too early to say that because it's fairly new still, but it has that feel to it like Boogie Nights and Magnolia does. So yeah, that's Licorice Pizza. Then we have Lady Bird with Saoirse Ronan, Greta Gerwig film. Again, about a young woman trying to find her place in the world, growing up. Has like a kind of love-hate relationship with her mum. It's that sort of thing. Her dad's trying to just keep everyone afloat, kind of bring everyone down to earth, I suppose. But he loses his job. And it's just about the relationships that define us growing up. And yeah, another fantastic coming of age film. Then we probably have one that's on most people's lists. If they were to do this list, it is probably the original coming of age film, I suppose you could say. One of the first coming of age films of the 80s, where everyone just solidified it in the genre, and that is Stand By Me. Everybody that loves these sorts of films has probably seen Stand By Me. About a group of boys, young friends, that decide to go and look for a dead body, based off of a Stephen King novella. You've got Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell. Also got Kiefer Sutherland in this, who plays one of their older brothers, I think, or something like that, or just an older teenager that's not very nice, from what I remember. But yeah, it's a classic film, great film. Stand By Me. Coming into my top 3, next we have Big, one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. Love this film. It's got a perfect balance of comedy, just heartwarming moments, sad moments, and it's literally about a teenager that grows up too fast. He becomes an adult, and it's how he deals with the real world as an adult. It's just great. Just very funny, very quotable, very memorable film. Big. Then number 2 for me is The Girl Next Door, one that I only discovered the first time this year, about, again, a young boy in high school who falls in love with his next door neighbour, who turns out to be a porn star. So there's a bit of complications there, but very funny film again. You've got the love, you've got the family being what it is to be young, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's The Girl Next Door, another one that I love. And my favourite coming of age film, which again is one that I only found this year, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, just encapsulates everything that is a coming of age film. In fact, the story, the blurb, sorry, on the back says a funny and touching coming of age story. For me, it is the best one that I've seen. Just about 3 friends navigating through school, college, whatever it is, high school, about love, what it is to loss, to fear, to hope, and what brings friends together, that sort of thing. And I just love it. Just think it's a fantastic film. Great soundtrack as well. I think it's set in the 90s, if I remember rightly. Mid to late 90s, I think is set. But it's a fantastic film, one that I highly recommend. So those are just my top 10 sort of coming of age stories. I thought I'd do it a bit different. I didn't want to do like drama comedy, because that's a very broad genre, and I was struggling to think of films that could fit in those genres. So I thought by doing like a subgenre, I can get more specific films and kind of talk about why I like them more specifically and why I think they fit in that genre for me. But yeah, thank you to Ash for tagging me in your video. I think got tagged 2 people, if I remember rightly. But trying to think of 2 people to tag that haven't already done it, because I think most people have done it now. I'm just trying to think who I can tag. I honestly don't know who's already done it. Yeah, I can't think who's already done it. So I'm not going to tag two people because I think pretty much everyone that I can think of that I would tag has already been tagged by someone else, and if they may not have done their video yet. Like Roy, obviously Ash, Tim Cole I think was tagged with me alongside Ash. Kermit was tagged, I think. What I'll say is if you haven't been tagged yet, you watch this video, you want to do it, then I tag you. That's the easiest way to do it because, as I said, I don't know who has and hasn't been tagged because there's been a lot of them so far. But yeah, that's just my top 10 coming of age films, my favourite genre, coming of age. And like I said, why I like it so much. But yeah, that's it for this video. So if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, what are your top 10 coming of age films? What's your favourite genre? As you know, I get back to anyone that takes the time to leave me a comment because I really do appreciate it. Yeah, like, subscribe, turn your notification bell on so you know when I've got a new video uploaded to the channel. And that's it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.